Right, the second presentation deals with assessing SingularityNet's deep funding impact. This is a project that aims to dive deep into reviewing the results from SingularityNet's past funding initiatives. And by doing so, I aim to showcase how these investments have pushed forward AI technology and brought together a passionate community, as it has. Now, by pulling together detailed analysis of past projects, I'm aiming to shine a spotlight on the biggest successes. And by doing so, I aim to engage already existing and also new audiences, for example, from the Cardano community, by showcasing how deep funding has done in the past few years since its inception. Now, the project aims to boost the platform's profile, so it is in the marketing category. And I aim to showcase the successful projects and the positive outcomes of prior funding initiatives. Now, by analyzing these proposals that have been funded but also not funded, I aim to provide reports on each round with actionable recommendations that could help shape the future of next funding strategies. As for the milestones, they are quite far out. By the end of month one, I aim to compile a comprehensive database of all the past funding rounds using openly available data sources, as well as engaging community members to obtain whatever else is missing. And by the end of month two, there will be data analysis done with a complete and in-depth analysis identifying key factors that influence project success or failure. And all this is grounded into achieving an engagement on various social media platforms. Some of our community members thought that 300 interactions might be a little bit too restrictive or too few, but I aim to be more on the conservative side and deliver rather than overpromise. Now, I've noticed in the past funding rounds that Robert Hess has compiled a quite impressive graph on the correlation between wallets and their voting weights, which I also aim to integrate into my reports for each funding round. And as with the other project, this is a solo team, but I aim to integrate community members, as we will need to collaborate on obtaining the valid data points which are needed to compile this report. And some links related to my past work and involvement in the SingularityNET ecosystem can be found on this screen. If you have any questions for me, please.
Raphael.
Thank you. Yeah, I do have a question. So you're going to do these analyses about the funding proposals, and you're going to check the impact and the results. Are you also just focusing on the proposals, or will you also focus, for example, in other initiatives that these companies might have developed, or even to see like maybe this funding has helped the company grow, establish, and continue delivering impact in other areas? Is that going to be part of your research, or is that maybe too much?
That's a great question. Part of my research will be the milestone-based delivery program that each project that has been granted funding has delivered, who has delivered what services are on the marketplace. And by doing so, I hope to reach a level in which maybe in next funding rounds, I can propose something more along the lines of what you mentioned. API calls and all of that sort could be included in a next funding round in a continuation of this evaluation.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
I also have a question. I can't find my hand icon for some strange reason, but I think as we are maturing, there's a lot of need for these kind of analysis and dashboards, etc. So it's certainly on the pipeline already also. So which is why I want to ask, did you also contact your fellow Circle team members about this? Because they have a lot of data and automations, especially Rojo is working on all kinds of backend automation. So have you been in touch with him on this?
I have not yet been in touch with fellow Circle members about this project. I am part of the review circle for only 3 weeks now, and I've been working alongside the technical review team for evaluating the scope of the projects before reaching this phase, but I've not have been in touch with other people about obtaining data points. I've been naturally parsing the defunding website for its archive, and I've noticed that some rounds are missing data, and I'm sure that the GitLab or other places will be useful in obtaining them.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of this data available, but what we lack is a good dashboard and maybe some deeper insights, as also Raphael is referring to. So whether you are awarded or not, Mihai, I think there is some interesting work laid out for you if you have the right connections there. So looking forward to see that materialize one way or another. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.